Packers vs Vikings predictions, pick, odds, and spread for NFL Week 17 2024. Clutch Points is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or in any way connected to any sportsbook. Gambling is not offered on this website in any form. These two teams have great years and are two of the three teams in the NFC North that are good enough to win the Super Bowl. The Vikings are red hot, and the Packers are just behind them. This game will go a long way in determining who wins the division. It is time to continue our NFL odds series with a Packers-Vikings prediction and pick. Packers-Vikings last game, matchup history. These two teams play twice yearly in the NFC North and have split their last four matchups. Earlier this year, the Vikings beat the Packers in Green Bay, 31-29. The Vikings and the Packers are vying for the NFC North title next to the Detroit Lions. The Packers need a big win here and some help from the Lions, but they are still in the running. If the Vikings win, it sets up a massive game next week against the Lions. Overall series, Packers lead 66-59-3. Why the Packers could cover the spread/win. The Packers have been great this year on offense. They average 377.7 yards and score 27.5 points per game. The offense relies on Jordan Love under center. He has 3,135 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions, with a 63.2% completion percentage. This receiving core has been balanced and has a lot of depth. Jayden Reed is the leading receiver with 803 yards and 6 touchdowns on 52 receptions. The running game has also been great this year, with Josh Jacobs in the backfield. He has 1,216 rushing yards and 13 touchdowns on 278 carries. The Packers have the offense to score on the Vikings in this game. The matchup to watch is how Jacobs performs against the Vikings' rushing defense, but they should be able to find some success as a unit. The Packers' defense has been elite. They allow 313.4 yards and 19.1 points per game. They have been solid against both the pass and the run. They allow 209.7 yards through the air and 102.5 yards per game on the ground. The defense has a lot of talent, with Quay Walker, Rashawn Gary, and Isaiah McDuffie having been solid in the front seven up front and in the middle. Then, Jaire Alexander and Xavier McKinney are great in the secondary for the Packers. The Vikings have one of the best receiving duos in the NFL with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and can challenge the Packers vertically. They also have a solid running game thanks to former Packers running back Aaron Jones. The Packers have the talent to slow this team down on defense, but it will be a great game. Why the Vikings could cover the spread/win. The Minnesota Vikings have sometimes looked like a juggernaut this season, thanks to their offense being red hot. Sam Darnold is the key for this team under center and has been great since being thrust into the starting role after J.J. McCarthy's injury, which kept him out of the starting spot this year. Darnold has 3,776 passing yards, 32 passing touchdowns, and 11 interceptions with a 67.2% completion percentage. Justin Jefferson is the best receiver on the team, with 1,387 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns on 92 receptions. Aaron Jones has also been solid for the Vikings in the backfield. He has 1,046 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns on 233 carries. This offense gets a tough matchup against the Packers and their defense. The Vikings can test the Packers vertically, which will be a huge X factor in deciding this game. The Vikings' defense has been solid this season. They are allowing 335.8 total yards and 18.4 points per game. They are 15th in total defense and then the third best scoring defense in the NFL. They have been awful against the pass, as the third worst in the NFL, but great against the run and are the second best in the NFL. They allow 248.7 yards through the air and 87.1 yards per game on the ground. This defense has a lot of playmakers, with Jonathan Greenard and Andrew Van Ginkel off the edge, followed by Stephon Gilmore and Harrison Smith in the secondary. This defense has a tough matchup against a red-hot Packers offense. The key matchup will be how they defend Jacobs on the ground because Love will get his yards through the air.